It is indeed big news, and it's news that's been welcomed warmly by the team, hasn't it, here at Force India? Because Nico Hulkenberg has indeed come home. He's been away from the team for a year with Sauber, and he rejoins Force India, much to the delight of all the team. Nico, good to be back.
Very happy to be back. Yeah, like you say, I've been here 2 years. I felt very comfortable. We had a good time. 2012, the second half, we had some amazing results, and you know, I look forward very much to repeat that and maybe to get even better.
So what was key to your decision in coming back? Dr. Vijay Mallya told us as early as Malaysia this year, he was begging you to come back to the team. What sort of swung it for you in the end?
Yeah, we were in contact all year long, and in Malaysia after the race we had a coffee together, and we're talking about the season, and obviously, you know, at that time they had the upper hand, they had a very competitive car. But then for me, really, you know, at some point I had to take a decision on my future, not to be left out or left without a seat. And you know, Force India, I really felt they wanted me. They were able to give me or answer the questions I wanted and give me the infos I needed, and I was asking different to other people. So yeah, therefore I made the decision to come here. And on top of that, you know, I have good trust and believe in this team that we can put something together which will allow us to have some special results.
So what were the questions you were asking? Was it assurance of next year, the fact there are going to be huge technical changes going into 2014? Do you have confidence in the car, particularly because it's Mercedes powered, that you're going to be able to deliver and perhaps get on the podium? That would be a good result, wouldn't it? Podium next year, just shy of the podium this year for Sauber. What do you think for next year?
Yeah, it's really tough to know, and you know, all winter we're going to be answering these questions, but we're entering a new era in Formula One, and therefore it's impossible to tell. You know, all that we must make sure now is that we do our homework, you know, that we work really hard on our project, on our car. That's all we can do to make sure, you know, to be competitive next year. But I'm you know, confident that we can have a good package. How good, we will see next year. Like you say, we'll have a Mercedes engine and everything, a Mercedes package, which I think is a good benefit.
As you say, it is a bit of a step into the unknown for every team across the grid. Do you think it will be the leveler that everyone wants it to be? Do you think you can take the challenge to Red Bull?
Naturally. You know, it's a difficult question.
This lot look confident. Yes? Some nodding going on behind you.
I'll try everything I can do on the wheel. We need a competitive package, of course, and we'll know in a few months.
And what about your year with Sauber? How would you sum that up? Because interestingly, we were talking earlier, you had a very strong start of the season, then the change in tyre compounds at Silverstone. Ironically, your success at Sauber came at the expense of the team that you've just rejoined. But, you know, they still welcomed you back with open arms, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, it was very nice, wasn't it? Yeah, it's been a year with two phases, really. We started off quite badly, you know, poor performances. We're all quite unhappy with what the car delivered, and then a hell of a transition over the summer break and coming back with really strong results. And the last 8-9 races we have been really competitive, a lot of points. So you know, I enjoyed myself in a Formula One car, in a competitive Formula One car. That's, you know, what I'm looking for, what every driver is looking for. So you know, I hope we can have that here as well.
And has Dr. Mallya given you any indication about who'll be driving alongside you for the team? When do you expect to know that? And how important is that dynamic for the success of a team as a whole, do you think?
No, he hasn't given me any indications. I think he was talking to you earlier, wasn't he, about some terms and details. So.
Well, I mean, you actually suggested I could partner you, but yeah. I don't think this lot bought it. But
I'd be comfortable with that.
But any clue, or doesn't it matter?
It doesn't really matter for me, to be honest. I want to have a strong teammate, you know, one which is challenging me and I can challenge him, you know, because that way we're pushing each other and the team forward. I know there's a few names around in the press, but it's not my decision. It's the shareholders' decision and team management. And I'm sure it won't be long before we know. It's
difficult, isn't it? Because it's a bit like a game of musical chairs. You don't want to wait till the music stops and not have a chair to sit down on, because there are, as you say, a few names left in the mix. The two guys that are currently with the team at the moment, Adrian Sutil, Paul di Resta, and then you've got Sergio Perez looking for a drive as well. But you've worked well with those guys in the past, so there's no reason that you can't in the future. No, absolutely. From all the names that are out there, you know, I think I can work with anyone. At the end of the day, your teammate is your teammate. You have to get on with him, work with him, but you also have to beat him. So, you know, for me, I'd like to have a really strong teammate, but I'll be comfortable with whoever they put next to me. It's been a long season. We all know that. You guys know that more than anyone. What are you going to be doing over the winter months? How much work is required? Do you get a break?
Yeah, of course. I will get a break. I won't fly away necessarily. I think we collected enough air miles recently, so I'll spend some time at home, enjoy my home, my bed, and you know, I'm sure I'll be around here looking for the development, making a seed, simulator work. So there's always some work to be done.
Well, congratulations on re-signing with the team. I know it's a very popular decision, and I know Force India do have high hopes going into 2014.